Nuclear blackmail as common sense. An important element of the program is the thesis that Russia cannot be defeated on the battlefield. It is a nuclear power. In the mouths of propagandists, this is presented as realism that Europe must accept. In fact, this is a repetition of classic Kremlin blackmail. Moscow threatens the entire continent with war and at the same time offers a diplomatic solution that means the capitulation of Ukraine. For the European reader, such stories are important as an example of how television in Russia is constructing an alternative reality. There, Putin is the savior from the apocalypse. Trump is the messiah dreaming of paradise, and Europe is a puppet theatre. The main goal is obvious, to convince Russians that the West will sooner or later admit defeat, and that Ukraine's fate has already been decided without it. Hello, dear friends and comrades. Your favourite programme, 60 Minutes Hot on the Trail, is live. So Putin and Trump have prevented World War III and a global catastrophe. The US president himself said so. Trump is optimistic. White House Press Secretary Leavitt called it a light at the end of the tunnel. Trump himself is so absorbed in the idea of his peacekeeping that he refused a vacation at his personal golf club. Moreover, he said that he wants to stop the war in order to try to get to heaven. Watch our report. I get along well with Putin, and that's good. But the killing must stop. President Trump has spoken to President Putin on the phone, and he has agreed to move to the next phase of the peace process, a meeting with President Putin and President Zelensky. That will be followed, if needed, by a three-way meeting between Presidents Putin, Zelensky, and Trump. It is important to remember that until President Trump's landslide election victory last November, there was no end in sight to this bloodbath. Now, at last, there is light at the end of the tunnel and a chance for lasting peace. Trump's press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, said the White House is discussing multiple possible locations with Russia and Ukraine.